What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tom and Will FPL show.
Yes, here we are again. It's Thursday today. We've got a special Thursday show, haven't we?
Special Thursday edition because we've got deadlines on Friday and I'm playing golf.
Mate, it's certainly the weather for it at the moment. My goodness.
It is.
Enjoy,
I've been
I
just
love
like
it.
looking out the window, lusting after just visualizing a nice little beautiful tee box with a glorious sun beaming down. You get itchy. You get itchy on the sunny days for a little round of golf, mate. We've got to play. I've got a set of golf clubs in the garage for you, mate.
I need to work on my old back to loosen up, because I think golf is the reason why I screwed my back up. But I'm so pumped. I love playing golf, but it's the most frustrating. It's more frustrating than FPL, and that's saying something.
Yeah. Will had he didn't play golf for very long. He had probably a good summer playing golf, but he had like a signature look where he would wear golf gloves on both hands, which was brilliant.
I get blisters. It's because I got a terrible grip. But there was this guy. I remember watching in the Masters the other day. They were like, they said, "You're one of the few tour players that double gloves it," and I was like, "Yes,
My guy."
my guy. Soft hands, bro. Soft hands. but
Little hands needed the extra grip. Do you know what I mean? Oh, dropped it again.
Such a jerk. But there's a few double glovers out there. They've been known. So
Yeah, they're on some lists. Do you know what I mean? They're known by law enforcement authorities.
mate, you just got to keep it protected and keep it safe. They'll never catch you if you've got both gloves on. They'll never catch you.
Right, what have we got on today's show? Me and Will are going to have a little catch up. As you can see, we're a little bit giddy and just happy to be around one another. We're going to catch up, see what's been going on this last week. We're going to do a little game week 36 roundup. Yeah, to be continued. Not going to tease anything more than that. Then we're going to talk game week 37 as everyone and their mum is bringing in Ollie Watkins. We're going to look at whether or not that's actually a good idea. We're going to look at the guys who will be getting transferred out by many of the managers to bring in Watkins. Who are they taking out? Are we all going to get burned? These are some great questions. Let's look into that. We'll look into captaincy because it's another week that is wide open for captaincy. I quite like all this like wide open captaincy. It makes it interesting, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
And then we're going to finish the show with 20 questions. And this week it is Will's turn. It might be a slightly quicker pod this week because Isla, my little one's not very well, and she's got a doctor's appointment in about 45 minutes. So let's see how we go. We might have to pick up 20 questions. We'll see how much we chat. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, smash the like button. Give us a little subscribe. If you're listening on the pod, drop us a 5-star review because you love the show. We love you. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
And then you can follow us at Tom and Will across all the platforms. We're on X. We're on Blue Sky. We're on Facebook. So, Will, what have you been up to this week, mate? What's been going on?
Mate, I have been flat out this week, and so much so that on Tuesday I decided to go to the pub and have a few beers. And so it was yesterday. It was basically a write-off. Yeah, exactly. No, I had like a crazy weekend. Just Tom, you know this, but for the viewers and listeners, I'm trying to move house soon, and we've all been there. And it's like I cleaned a room. I was like, right, started boxing stuff up. Like, I'm not even close to moving yet, but I'm getting ready to put the place on the market. And I was like, right, kitchen, nailed it, got rid of loads of stuff, and I was like, wow, it's lovely here. And then within a day, like, that kitchen is now chaos again because I've like poured more stuff, and I was like, I'll just put that in there, and then I'll box that, and then it's like, and then everything. I was like, I feel like I'm just chasing my tail at the moment. So Tuesday was a well-needed like few pints that turned into like seven pints.
That reminds me of Shaun of the Dead, when he's like, "You gonna thank me then? What for? For cleaning up? You haven't cleaned up. I had a couple of beers when I finished."
It's a mess. That is exactly what it's like. But yeah, so today was I've got people coming over to view the property tomorrow. Like, I'm going to do this pod. I'm glad that you said it was quick, because we're going to edit this puppy. It's going to go out raw, I reckon.
Just
and then,
send it out. Raw dog that guy.
I'm going to raw
ping
dog
out
it, and you're going to be like, there's loads of mistakes. There's even more mistakes than usual, which is somehow impossible. But yeah, so that's my week at the moment. I'm literally just balls to the wall.
Where are you going, by the way? Where are you moving to? I know
Not
you
far.
keep saying about moving. You're just staying in the area.
Staying in the area, probably. I don't know. There's TBC next season.
Great.
Hopefully, by the first show of next season, I'll be in a whole new location. Probably Lyme Regis. I'll probably be living with my parents again for a little while. But I might be in a. I hope by well, it's only August. Impossible. But August, whatever the date is, that I'll be in a brand new backdrop, and you'll be like, oh right. It's game time. Yeah, so we'll do a little tour of hopefully a new property. Anyway, what about you, man? What have you been up to?
Busy with work. I've been doing kit launches, Premier League kit launches. It's
That's
launch
fun.
season.
Well, Arsenal doing like their 16th kit.
Yeah, they do some nice ones. Did do Arsenal about a few weeks back, but we did another team this week, which I probably can't say. It's probably too soon.
Yeah, fair.
But what else has been going on? Oh, Evie, bless her, my 7-year-old. She had the cup final last weekend, which I put on socials.
Yeah.
Ooh, they got obliterated as it happened.
it got ugly, did it?
They do 10-minute quarters. They're under 8s. They do 10-minute quarters. And within the first 7 minutes, they were 4-0 down. It was like they were playing like the Monstars in Space Jam. Do you know what I mean? Like these girls were absolute specimens. Like they were massive. They were shooting from the halfway line. We're like,
no.
Wow. They managed to hold it together. It's 7-1 in the end, but not to be. But Evie didn't care. She got a trophy. She's like, we're fine.
Hey, look, you know, it's humbling, and it's a life lesson. It's important, those losses. Fair
That's
dues.
it, yeah. So, no, that was good, mate. But yeah, just been busy, mate. And but I've got a couple of days off now. Looking forward to golf tomorrow, which will be nice. Going out to Cruise Hill in North London. Very nice golf course.
Lovely.
And yeah, that's about it. Getting on some beers, very much like Liverpool have been on this last week. Have you seen those videos?
Beautiful segue, Thomas.
Yeah.
Mate, they're just lording it. They're literally like slots there, just slots just given up.
It's so great. I saw a clip of them. They look like they were on some like yacht or something, just having a nice little brunch, and just like. They all got like the Coronas out.
That's it.
And
yeah.
they just look great. They're just having a great time.
I mean, good for them.
So good.
Hey, but there's still been work being done behind the scenes. Like you're making signings already. You got nearly a here we go with what's his job, Frimpong.
Yeah.
What I mean, I was hoping that he might even like take a glance over at the crap team Manchester United, but the not to be. But wait, Frimpong would be a phenomenal signing.
He looks really tasty. Like obviously I don't watch loads of the German league. I watched the YouTube highlights video,
which will make like, anyone. I did a
Messi.
YouTube highlight.
He looks just like Messi, better than Messi.
I could look like Messi, like just with man boobs.
Yeah, 2 golf gloves.
Yeah, always.
But mate, he looks like Phil was texting me about him, and I didn't know much about him. So I looked, and I was like, "Oh, he's playing in Mo Salah's position. Is he a Mo replacement? Because he's so attacking, and he's like wing back. But obviously super attacking. Like I'm super excited. He looks great, as you said, but just got a thought for young Connor Bradley. I don't know how this plays. I don't know if he is going to come straight in because. Slot has been like talking him up, saying, "Look, we know how much potential this guy's got." So, I just wonder if maybe we'll see Frimpong getting outings further up the field as well. Maybe we do start phasing Mo out.
You just need some depth as well. Like the only way to compete in multiple competitions is depth, and that's what City have had for years and years. United used to have it. You just rotate a player, and when you can do that to someone who is like. Just so good, and it's the position like people you push each other to get someone's so if Frimpong's there going sorry Connor like or sorry Mo like I'm dominating in training and I'm proving it on the pitch.
Yeah,
That's the
he
best
looks
place
great.
to be. Isn't
And mate,
he
30 mil as well is a snip in today's prices.
That's what I am like quite salty about in regards to I don't expect United to get anyone decent like ever really at this point. In we're the worst unless we win the big leagues on Wednesday. It's I just don't expect people to look at us. But I'm like, for 30 million, mate, that is an absolute steal. We're looking at like Liam I keep on want to say Rory Delap every time. Liam Delap, and he's 30 mil, and he's there going, I'm going to wait until you see if you qualify for Champions League. All right, mate. The only time you've been into Europe is bloody on holiday.
Yeah, but maybe he's got some actual Champions League team sniffing around him, and he might have a choice. For sure. Maybe.
Well, Arsenal need a striker, considering they've only signed another central midfielder, or not even yet.
Who are they looking at? Arsenal?
Zubimendi. They've got. Got Zubimendi, and it's like,
yeah, of course.
Oh right, so you need. Sorry. What's that position that you need in the Arsenal team? What's that one that's like been? I think it's a goal scorer striker. I think that's what you need. I'm pretty certain. I don't watch a lot of Arsenal football, but no, I'm going to buy another central midfielder.
Zubimendi, though, I think they're getting him for a decent deal. Liverpool obviously in for him last year.
Yeah,
turned out to be a great move that we didn't get him because Gravenberch has gone to new heights. But I think he will slot into that Arsenal team nicely because Declan Rice is now just playing more attacking. He's not that defensive mid, and Thomas Partey's on his way out. But
it's about time.
Mate, Howson, Dean Howson of Bournemouth. There's a lot of interest around him. Apparently, Real Madrid in the driver's seat to get him now. 50 mil.
I know, huge. I mean, Bournemouth, look, he is a top player, and he is only going to get better. Like, he's young, he's developing, he's already got a fantastic head on his shoulders. You can see it. He was man of the match last week. I actually watched quite a lot of that game, and I just thought he just played brilliantly. So no wonder Real Madrid are in for him. So that would be a fantastic
because 50 mil, again, that's not bad prices. And Bournemouth bought him, I think they only got him last season for 12 mil.
Something like that.
So, yeah, fair play. But he'll be missed. Right, shall we talk a little bit of FPL? I'll tell you what, no.
Hello.
Before we go diving into our FPL teams, we've got 2 game weeks left, people. We need to talk about the mini league. We haven't talked about it for a little while because it's been a little bit stale because, let's face it, Glenn Judkins, my man, has been out far and away in front. It's not unachievable for second place to catch him now, but second place is no longer Team PEF League. We've got a new person in second position who is 360, no Pope, Alex Lobo. He's on 2,474 rank overall, whereas Glenn Judkins in top is 2,517.
He's really smashing it.
That is quick maths. That's like 43 points, something like that. So yeah, it's not beyond the realms, but that's a nice little cushion with only 2 game weeks to go. So Glenn is in pole position to get the football shirts of his dreams.
We should get him in. We should try and get him in onto the show for the last once the season. We'll probably do like the end of the season show, right, before we like wrap up for the summer months.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we should.
Glenn, we're going to reach out to you, mate. You can either come on or send us a message. We'll have a chat.
That'd be great.
And basically, mate, if you don't, I'm not giving you nothing. I'm joking.
If you don't, everyone will know. All of our 5 listeners and viewers will know that you spoiled the broth. Okay, I'll tell you what. I've just had a quick glance at his team, and this would be a nice little segue into our teams. I think. Go on. He made the move of Haaland captain, like myself. He even at top of the stack took some risks that did not pay off. He captained him though. But he still scored 61 points because he had Muniz and he had Gibbs-White 13 and Mbeumo, and he also had Rodgers on the bench and Konsa. And Areola as his bench warmer goalkeeper who did well against United. So yeah, he made some chances. So took some chances with that. So
Got
Fair.
away with it. Got away. Although it
61.
didn't turn out. 61's decent.
So, should we go into? Should we have a look at my team then?
So yes, absolutely. Should we just? I'm just going to picture the scene for the deadline. Like, do you want to do a transition, Will? Are you waiting for transition?
Oh yeah, I was just gonna.
I could tell on your face he's ready to hit the button. Can I press the button yet? Can I press the button? Yeah. Basically, Will was texting me. Like we knew last week there might be some team leaks. We always get team leaks from City for some reason.
Yeah.
But we knew there was going to be team leaks. Will was texting me. Suddenly, my phone was like
Ding,
just
ding, ding.
going like non-stop leading up to the deadline. And Will's like, Haaland starts. Marmoush is benched. Lazy FPL did the team leak and just sent Twitter into a frenzy.
It was furious, man.
Yeah, it was a busy 20 minutes, wasn't it? Everyone was
Yeah.
just panicking. Because it was the Haaland one thing, but then Marmoush out as well. Many people had Marmoush, including me. And I was like, mate.
And there was people who even had him as with the armband as well. So it was like that. And when that's involved, as we said last week, especially people chasing, or you want to keep that cushion, you've got to get your captain right. That would be curtains. They could be lights out, which I'll come back to actually, because there was one person who I have to give an honourable mention out who had their captaincy on the exact right person last week. But yeah, this is my team. So game week 36, I did okay. Again, I've just been scoring tiny weeny little green arrows for the last 3 or 4 weeks. But greens are greens. 59 points all in all. Backed Areola to get a clean sheet or at least a few saves against United because we're just. I just can't. But I had quite a decent big Dan Burn, Newcastle, clawed me an 11-pointer. Just played really well. And what it was a good game to watch. He got 11 points. Yeah, Guardiola got 6. Bowen against United, I backed 8 points. Alanga was 7, and Buamo was my captain for 12. And then the forwards brought in Haaland. Forwards did nothing, but also had Wan-Bissaka. And I did say against your old club. You love it. I don't know why I didn't back myself. Should have brought him in for Milenkovic, which was 1 point, and he scored 12 on my bench. And there's loads of. There was actually another person in my mini league. She played a bench boost, and it was a great week for a bench boost for so many people. If you had that chip still. So she did really well. Is that
the person who was leading? Gunnosaurus?
Funnily enough, no.
I've dubbed her Gunnosaurus nowadays.
It was actually her sister, who's also in the league and in third, I believe now, right behind her. So yeah. Anyway, pretty decent week. But not the best. It would have been nice to have that Wan-Bissaka 12 points instead, and it would have been nice if Cunha got some kind of return. But I didn't get burnt too much by Isak because I got rid of Isak for Haaland. But again, as we said last week, you were like, "Oh, I wouldn't get rid of Cunha. I expect at least 9 points from Cunha this week." He
10.
got a yellow card, got 0.
Yeah.
So don't listen to Tom ever. But yeah, it was furious because I was like, and I don't know why I text you. I was just nice, I guess, because you would have not known a thing about it. You were out bloody playing golf probably, or doing something fun, and you would have just been like, Marmoush start, and he came on for 1 point or whatever it was. So
I was checking. I just wasn't checking at that point. I would have checked it. Always check the deadline.
You knew you would be like, Will let me know because he's weak. Anyway, let's have a look at your team, shall we?
Mate, can I just say,
okay,
I absolutely salute you for bringing in Haaland and KDB and attacking, because that's what you needed to do, mate, because that's what a lot of people wouldn't have been having. A lot of the non-engaged community don't look at deadline feeds and whatnot. So you saw an opportunity, you took it. Man City against Southampton should have absolutely cleaned up. That's the second time they've let everyone down. I smashed my triple captain on Haaland for the reverse fixture earlier in the season, and it was massively underwhelming, massively unlucky. So where are you? So what's happened in your mini league then? Are you still top or what?
I'm back at the top. Yeah, I'm back at the top. The person who I said, whose sister, she's now. I know she's still in fourth actually. I am currently 11 points ahead now. So I've got a tiny. I mean, these next two. I mean, I've just if I get my captain right and everything, no one goes like nuclear, then I should get away with it. I think I'll be all right. I think, but
Mate,
we'll see.
It's an impressive call as well. Like, because bringing in KDB and Haaland against Southampton, I was like, captain him. Absolutely. If you're going to do it. And you hedged your bets and kept the captaincy on and Buemo.
And that changed things. That was the difference maker for me. Like, I think I matched her. She went, that's it. She went KDB and only scored 6 points with her captain because he literally only got 3, so with a clean sheet. So I was like, I just can't trust Haaland. Like, even for the minutes, I was like, I'm just going to go with Mbeumo. Wish I'd stuck it on Bowen because that would have been nice. But the one to stick it on, which I was going to say, was the people that... There's another person in my mini league, and she went up by, like, God knows how many places because she captained Eze, which scored her 32 points. Ooh. And I was like, that would have put me back in the mix with you, Pickle.
That would have been nice.
Anyway, let's have a look at your team. So here's a nice little transition. So what did you get up to? Oh, you did all right, didn't you?
Yeah, I did fine, man. I got 66 points. So with the team league, I basically benched Marmoush and I brought Sarr back into the fold. Like, Sarr was my first sub. So he came in, got me a cheeky 6-pointer, which is lovely. So it worked out well. So for the guys on the pod, Rare in goal, nothing. The double City defence has been incredible for me. Yeah. That is 3 clean sheets in the last 4 games for Man City. And I've had double City defence in all of those. So Ruben and Vardiol have been absolute troopers for me. God bless them. Mikalenko for 8 points. It was another week where getting big scores in defence. Like I had Konsa and Wan-Bissaka on the bench for 17 points. Plus I had Areola, double West Ham defence on the bench. So if I'd bench boosted last week, I'd have got, 17, quick math, 18, plus, so that's 26 points on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, same. I had like Pope for 7 and Wan-Bissaka. That would have been another nice
Stings the nostrils.
I know, it hurts, but as I said, like you just can't. She got the bench boost 80 odd points, mate. That's a lovely little bench boost.
Despicable. Midfield. So as I said, Sarr came on. Mo Salah, he's just going through the motions now, and he 2 points. I think if you're feeling brave, taking out Salah at the moment, don't hate it at all.
Well, that's what I did. So I actually took a -4. That I got rid of Isak and Salah.
Which is mental. Like that is, mate. It's good. Like you're attacking it, but like saying that out loud. Do you know what I
mean? but Salah was just non-existent for like the third game
in a row. It's the right call. Saka for 2 points. Eze. That guy has been an absolute monster for me. Brought him in on game week 33. What's he had? He's had like 9 points, 10 points, 16 points like his last 3 games.
Great player. He's really turning it on. He's really turning it on for that transfer window, isn't he? Interesting.
Yep. He always finishes well. Well, they say he always plays well when the sun shines. That's what they say about Eze. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
He's been great for me. Captain Bumo, 12 points, and then Strikeforce did nothing. I bought in Visser last week after much debate. I ended up having quite a few beers towards the deadline, and I bought in Visser for Mateta. I was weighing up bringing in Rodgers, but went with Visser. It's a good long-term pick. He's fine. Yeah, great. So I'm happy. I'm happiness.
Love it.
All good. 66 points. Up. I'm pushing 250k now. I looked back. I was like, look, I've not had a bad start. How bad was it? Game week 16. I was 3 million. So the second half of the season has been massive for me. In the second chance, it's a shame the second chance league means absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Because I'm 14k in that.
Yeah. That's so
it's
true.
The most pointless. It's just rubbing it in.
Yeah, the second chance league. I'm where you are. I'm like 255,000. I'm like, that sounds much better than 1 million. Yeah. No. So I think in our little roundup show, we probably should go through like the high. We try and pick apart like where it all went wrong, and mine will be like from week 2 all the way up until like week 28.
Yeah. Right. Let's talk Watkins then.
Okay. So I'll bring your actually whilst you're there. Here's your team. I haven't done any transfers, but these are the games that that you've got. So what are you thinking? This is your current team and the games that they've got coming up for the people on the YouTube.
So I've actually taken my second hit for the second half of the season. Taken a hit. I bought Watkins in. I've binned off Marmoush. He's obviously, since Haaland's back, he's a minute's risk now, and he's not in great form either. And I've also, to get to Watkins, I've had to get rid of Wan-Bissaka, who, although he's in great form, I'm just not playing him, and he's upsetting me, leaving all his points on the bench. So I've downgraded him, and I can hear what you're saying, like downgraded Wan-Bissaka, who's already 4.4. I've gone to 3.8.
Oh.
Michael Keane. Now,
nice.
Right, Michael Keane, he's obviously scored last week. He came in for Jake O'Brien. There's a chance that Jake O'Brien will be back this week and Keane won't play. But if he does play, I'm thinking I might play Michael Keane and go double Everton defence this week at home to Southampton. I might leave Ruben on the bench. I could play Konsa. I'll keep an eye on the team news about O'Brien. But if it sounds like that he's injured again, I think I'm going double Everton defence. I'm just going to attack that Southampton fixture.
I don't hate that, and I don't hate that Konsa shout because Tottenham are in. Obviously, they've got a rather big game on Wednesday coming up, and also they've got a player weakened team. They've lost Kulichevsky, which we won't go into too much detail. I mean, they are in. I mean, we're both teams are in a shambles this season, and injury-wise, I don't wish injury upon anyone, but that's a huge one for them.
Yeah, it's funny you say about playing a weakened team, because that's kind of what I thought. Like, it makes sense. They want to save their players for the final. But all the guys, all the big Spurs fans, particularly, you've got James at Planet FPL, who obviously knows his stuff. He's a huge Spurs fan. He's going out to the game. Everyone's expecting Spurs to actually play a strong team for this game.
It's really dangerous. Like, I think it's such a balance, isn't it? To keep your players sharp.
Yeah.
Do you run them out for 60 minutes? Like, do you just run them out for 45 or 60 minutes and then just get them all off? Because we all know the statistics, or for those that don't, the amount of injuries that happen in the last 15 to 20 minutes of a game are ridiculous. Like, it's like that's where the injuries happen. So get them off at 60, keep them sharp, or get them off after half time. But I mean, we lost Lenny Euro last week. He's now a doubt. We're pretty much. It's not as bad as we think, but we've lost Delict. We've lost Lenny Euro because we're playing them, and it's like, oh God, Kulichevsky is going to be that is such a bad stinger for them, and I feel because we're fans of him as a player, like on this show. And that sucks to have to miss out the final.
Yeah, it's interesting. They obviously want to build confidence going into the final, like you say, but there's every chance they're going to get absolutely steamrolled by Villa and Ollie Watkins. Because so transfers this week, Will.
For it, yeah.
You're bringing in Watkins. I'm bringing in Watkins. Is that right?
Everyone's bringing in Watkins.
Everyone and their mum's bringing in Watkins.
Because especially now for me personally, you've got some options there, but the other but it's to do with captaincy, right? Because who the question mark is like, who are you going to captain? Like Isak against Arsenal, Whistler against Fulham's not a terrible shout, but that's a derby game that's always spicy, and I don't know. It's too hard to call that one. Mo Salah against Brighton. Eze against Wolves for you. I don't know. There's options. It's kind of makes me think though. It's like if I had your team, I'm like, don't hate that defensive captain armband. Do you know what I mean? Don't hate that kind of. Don't hate it again, like for concert or Mikalenko, Mikalenko.
Mikalenko.
Yeah, for a cheeky little 12-point clean sheet.
Question. Right.
Yes, sir.
You said at the top of the show, we'd look at, obviously everyone's bringing in Watkins. Who are they taking out, right? Who are you taking out to bring Watkins in?
So I'll have a quick. I've not. Yeah, here's my current team at the moment. So I've obviously got these. They've still got De Bruyne and Haaland in the team, and I think for me, I'm still up in arms about who. If I'm going to go Watkins, who do I get rid of? Mateta, Wolves at home. I'm not. Mateta's not been doing that great recently, but he's always a menace. He's on pens. No, he's not on pens. Isak's on pens. Not Isak. Eze's on pens. Cunha, or do I just take Haaland straight in, straight out? Like, I don't know. I'm a bit in a pickle, but I think it's either going to be Mateta or Cunha. I'm just going to feel like Haaland, if he does find some form, it would be nice to have that differential. I think a lot of people that brought him in will be instantly taking him out.
I've seen some people doing that. I've seen some people doing that.
I'm not against it. Let's put it that way. But of those three, what would you say? What would you reckon?
Well, obviously, with Cunha and Mateta, like for me, I would definitely say get Mateta out. But I can't tell how much you got in the bank. Could you do a straight swap to Watkins, who's probably I think he's probably like 9 mil now, isn't he?
Yeah, I can do. I think Mateta. Oh, I've got nothing in the bank. That was exactly. Right. So I think it is Haaland straight away. To be able to get Watkins in. But then again, like, do I? Yeah, I don't mind taking a little -4 again. I've got the little buffer and. It's not a lot, but to be able to get a stronger midfield or...
I think if I was you, mate, I think I would take out Mateta. So in the last 5 games, he's got 15 points. Marmoush, I'm going to be taking... I've already said I've taken Marmoush out. He's got 14 points in the last 5. Watkins, doesn't seem like he's been doing loads, but in his last 5 games, he's got 30 points. Do you know what I mean? Mateta, obviously, we should just remind everyone, City and Crystal Palace are in the FA Cup final 4:30 on Saturday, and then they're playing 3 days later. So we don't know. There's obviously a game that happens in between. Mateta hasn't got over 75 minutes since he came back from his injury, and now he's playing Man City in a cup final 3 days before. I'm just saying it's risky. He might not even play, but you could easily rotate with Eddie and Ketia just waiting to come in.
Oh, yeah.
So I think Marmoush is an easy sell. I think Mateta's an easy sell. And if you can get to Watkins, it feels like you're gonna have to take a -4, but I think could be worth it. Cunha, I wouldn't mind keeping Cunha. Crystal Palace and Brentford next up. I think he's a good one to keep. He's been in good form, and I just feel safe. I think these players that we're looking at taking out, I don't think you are going to get burned. And I think Watkins, is probably going to play 90 minutes, and he scored last time out. Villa, as we said last week, they're one of the informed teams. They're still in the top 2 informed teams in the last 5 games, and they're looking really good, really attacking. I think they're great.
Absolutely. I've just had a double check with my bank balance, and it's negative. No, it's my actual bank balance is negative. No, I've actually got 2, so I can do a straight swap for Mateta to Watkins, which is what I thought.
Oh, mate! Yeah, I mean, Bain Marie, get it done, son.
But yeah, so I think I was like, I'm sure that I did keep Haaland in, and I was like, I can't figure out what I was on Fancy Football Hub. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's a straight swap. But yeah, so I think it will be Mateta, as you said.
Here's a question.
Watkins. Yes, sir.
Right. Let's say you couldn't get there. Let's say you didn't want to take it.
Oh, interesting.
Let's say you bought in Haaland last week. As we said, some people are looking at taking Haaland straight back out again. Would you do that? Man City, as we said, they got 3 days after the FA Cup final, they're playing Bournemouth. And then last game of the season, they got Fulham. What would you do?
I think I would, actually. I was. You bring him in. You had a 1 week punt on Southampton, which is absolute fair. Lots of people still triple cap. There's a few triple captainships thrown down as well, which makes me feel a bit sick inside. But It wouldn't surprise me if he played though and got like to get him up to pace for the FA Cup final, and at home.
Who's that? Sorry,
Haaland.
well he's playing after the FA Cup final.
When's the FA Cup finals this weekend?
Yeah. He's playing Saturday, and then his game's 3 days later.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I'd get rid of him then. Absolutely. Take
him off.
Take him out. No, yeah, and in fact, I think because, again, like a captain, depending on your team, who else are you going to captain? Watkins is the strongest captain.
It's a great question. It's a great point. It's a really great point. It is about captaincy, mate. 100% right.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's where I would go. Like, unless you've got a really decent, or you want to take a chance on, I don't know, an Embuamo still, or you want to take a chance on one of your defenders.
I've made a little list of 7 players up for captaincy this week. That's how wide open it is. Usually I only do 5, but this week we've got 7. So we've got Watkins at home to Tottenham. Whether they play a strong side or not, I think they're getting beat, and I think Watkins scores. So for me, armbands on Watkins this week. But the also-rans, definitely worth a shout. Palmer, exactly the same situation, playing against a terrible Man United team in the Premier League. Got done over again last week. Palmer, and also looks like he's getting back to form at home. Chelsea are playing for Champions League spots. I think it's a good shout. If you've got Palmer, I think I'd definitely be tempted with that. Bowen, home to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest obviously do have a lot to play for, but they seem to be not in the form that they were previously, dropping points last week to Leicester. Then you got Brentford assets, Bumo or Vissa, home to Fulham. I think Fulham have kind of checked out, to be honest, a little bit now. They're kind of on the beach. They've dropped off, definitely. They've got nothing to play for. Isak away to Arsenal. Again, Newcastle playing for Champions League spots. Isak will play, and he's on pens. Arsenal, maybe they're done now. Maybe they would have been up for last week against Liverpool. I wonder if we start to see them dropping off now. I think Newcastle could do some damage against Arsenal this week. And then we've got Mo Salah, who's literally been on the beach. Whether or not he's up for it, I think he will be. But the rest of the team, I'm not so sure. I would be staying away from Mo Salah this week. But from Tom and Will, I think, are we both in agreement, Will, that we're both going to be going Watkins captains this week then?
Yeah, I think so. I was just having a quick check on. There was some rumours around Alexander Isak having come off, that he potentially could be having some kind of surgery. But it's. Go on. He is going to have surgery at the end of the season. Yeah. But he's playing through the pain barrier at the moment. So yeah, he will play. But yeah, he's obviously, it's something to make a note of. Well, yeah, for sure, that he's obviously carrying something with him at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I just the most recent update is he's fine. On Sunday he was feeling a bit fatigue and tiredness, so we withdrew him. But he's trained every day this week. But yeah, so it's not quite as straightforward, because I think quite a lot of people, they're going, right, Isak, easy, that's perfect with the funds. Isak to Watkins, pretty much same value. That should be fine. But yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. But yeah, definitely for me, Watkins. He looked nice and sharp. And they've got all to play for. Sweet. Do you want to talk about anything else? No. Shall we just? I'm very aware of the time, so I'm going to have to go, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to do football 20 questions. Grand. And okay, we're back. Hello. Right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to just quickly run off because we did, as we said, we spoke too long, and I had to run out and do a quick doctor's appointment with little Isla. She's got an ear infection. Oh, bloody hell. What's she done that for? Yeah, I know. Selfish. But yeah, she's all good. Couple of drops, mate, sort of right out. Right, so I think we spoke about everything we needed to speak about, and it is time for everyone's favourite part of the show. It's time for Footballer 20 Questions. Yes, sir. So, last week was one of the all-time best rounds of Footballer 20 Questions, in my opinion. It was glorious. It was good. Do you know, so I got a message. I was surprised because the show went out, and normally Phil jumps straight on and sort of it was one of the that gets on it with it. But I think it was a couple of days later, and when Phil just sent a message going, How the hell did he get Nick Barmby with the last question to go? How did he do that? And I was like, I don't know, mate. I don't know. Yeah, no. Well done, mate. It's my turn now. I don't feel confident. I feel like they've got harder recently for me, and like I think maybe you started off easy, and now it's getting hard.
This one this week has actually been submitted by two separate people. They've given me the same submission, Phil and Rutty. Rutty actually gave me this one a long time ago, and I've just not got around to it yet. And then Phil said it this week, and I was like, it's a sign. It's time.
Okay, come on. I'm ready.
So, let's do this. All right, Will. Good luck.
Cheers, mate. Hang on, I'm not ready. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm ready.
Come on, then.
Okay. Hang on. I'm not ready. Okay. I'll start with my favourite. Actually, no, I won't. Does this player play for Liverpool? Has this player played for Liverpool or Manchester United?
Yes, he has.
I took your lead from last week. I was like,
a good question,
that question nailed it. If you fail it, but there's a strong possibility this is going to be right. Liverpool. Okay, I'm just going to go straight in there. Does he play for Manchester United? Or did he play for Manchester United? Or does he? Does he know to play for Manchester United or Liverpool? Manchester United.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then now we'll go back to basics. would this player be known as like a legend of a Manchester United legend?
No. This is a good start, Will. You know, you've got the team. I mean, let's face it, right? Team, position, nationality. They're kind of the trifecta, the big three, and you've ticked one off in 2 questions. It's great work.
Thanks, mate.
Well, I mean, at least obviously you played for more than one team, but yeah, you've got a team. That's good.
Did this player play for any of the other top 6?
No. I get it. No. I know it's no, but I've just realised I haven't got his Wikipedia page up in front of me.
I knew that. I could tell because you were looking around.
I just know. I'm just looking around.
No top 6. We don't think 6. Okay. No one else top 6. Okay. So did this player? I have a sneaky suspicion.
Oh, sorry. Yes, he did.
United, yeah.
Yes, he absolutely.
He did play for a top.
Yes, he played for another top 6 team. Fuck me, I completely blanked that out. Wow.
Oh, he did play for another top 6.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oh dear. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'll come back to that. Is this player retired?
No, that is 5. He's got his thinking face on, guys. He looks serious.
It's serious when it's Manchester United. It's serious because
this is phase 1 of being stumped.
Totally. When it's United, I feel like the pressure is 100% more moron. Don't call me a moron. So legend, no legend. Yes, top 6. Other top 6, and he's not retired. Okay, did he play, or does he play? Sorry, I've got a horrible feeling this is going to be like a defender. I've just got a feeling. Does this player play as a midfielder or a striker?
Yes.
Okay, so I was absolutely bang on about the defender. Is this player a striker?
Yes.
Okay, striker.
He's locked in 2 of the trifecta. He's got his position and a team.
Okay. Did this player? Is this player South American?
No.
Oh. I just had
Good question, though. Good question.
South.
Did you have someone in mind?
I
for that
did.
question? Who were you thinking of?
Cavani.
Oh, nice.
But I couldn't think if I would have. I didn't think he played for any other top six, but I could have been surprised by that. But I would have.
As I was.
yeah.
Mate,
Yeah.
that was a massively dropped ball from me. Like, he totally played for another top six team, and I just completely just blanked it out.
Okay. No, you wouldn't blank out. Hang on. Did he play for either Chelsea or Arsenal?
Sorry, did he play for Chelsea or Arsenal? The answer to that question is yes, he did play for Chelsea or Arsenal.
Okay. Yes. Twat.
But who hasn't played for Chelsea? That's what I want to know.
Striker, Chelsea, United. No, or Arsenal, you idiot. It instantly caught me out because I was suddenly just was like, oh, Chelsea. Is this player Dutch by any chance?
He is not Dutch. That's 10. I've gone very pixelated on your screen, haven't I?
Yeah, very. But you're fine.
Kind of like it. I look like an anime character.
Okay, I surely should just get so Arsenal, Chelsea, striker that's played for United. I should just have it. We haven't had any decent strikers. He's not retired either.
Scooching into phase 2, stumped.
I need to get the country. He's usually going to be French then. Is he European, this player?
Yes.
Is he from... I need to get the country. Is he from France? Is he from France or Spain? Or Italy?
No.
Oh, I think I know who it is then. Is he Caucasian?
No.
Yeah, I got it.
That's 13.
Does he currently play in Italy?
No. Who did you think?
Lukaku?
Nope. Good one though. Good one.
What?
Oh, this is good. This is good. 14 questions in. Thought he had it. It's a swing and a miss.
Wait, maybe Lukaku doesn't play in Italy anymore. I'm so confused. Okay, so he's not Caucasian. Does he play for? Wait, you said he doesn't play for Spain, Italy. Who does Lukaku play for? Belgium.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play for Belgium?
No.
I just had to get that out of there. Oh no.
Oh no.
Did he play for Chelsea?
No.
Arsenal striker.
4 questions remain. And a guess.
Is he now playing in Oh no, he's Dutch though. I'm a little bit bamboozled here. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. He's still playing, but he's obviously not still playing in the Premier League. He played for What did you say? Wait, hang on. I didn't write it down. I said, did he play for Chelsea? And you said no.
That's correct.
Or did I say the other way round?
I can't remember what we said, but we surmised that he played for Arsenal.
Okay. This is crazy, the fact that I don't instantly have this. Because
there'll be a lot of people right now who have got it, and they'll be shouting it quite loudly.
It can't be Robin Van Persie, because he is white. Played for Arsenal, striker who went from... There's not many. There's really not many that went from... Oh. Wait, I've not asked if he's English, have I? You
have not.
Is he from England?
Yes, he is.
Oh, is he currently playing for Brighton?
Yes, he is.
He's one of my favourite players. I don't know what. For some reason, I was fixated on the fact that he wasn't from the UK.
Britain, yeah.
Danny Welbeck, man.
Danny Welbeck is correct.
I got you, but this is what 20 questions can do to you, because you literally beeline for something that's just not. Like your brain just goes over there, and in actual fact, it's like sitting right in front of you. Just
I thought it was a good one because like we I feel like 95% of the players we've had are like retired. Do you know what I mean? So
true.
And if you hadn't have got United in the second question, that might have been slightly trickier.
I should have got it much quicker, to be fair.
I completely forgot that he played for Arsenal. He played for Arsenal loads as well.
Yeah, he did. He's just what was the stat he's reached for the first time? Last week he scored, and he's for the first time in Premier League history he's got passed into double figures, which seems crazy for like goals. He scored that many goals, but Premier League goals of a season.
I'll tell you all his stats, shall I? 2008 signed for Manchester United. He was there to 2014. He had 2 loan spells at Preston North End and Sunderland. Sunderland loan spell was where he started making his name. He got a lot of attention from that loan spell, and he got his move to Arsenal. Played 88 times for Arsenal, scoring 16 goals. Then he went to Watford, 18 appearances, scoring 2 goals. Then he moved to Brighton in 2020, where he's represented them 138 times, according to Wikipedia, and scored 33 goals. He's represented England 42 occasions, scoring 16 goals. Daniel Nitaki Mensah Welbeck.
Mr. Welbeck. Well done, man.
Legend.
Love it.
34 years old, still going strong.
Yeah, absolute legend and a lovely guy as well. I think we worked with him once upon a time, and nice guy. Lovely smile.
Lovely guy. All right, mate. Well done, Will.
Thanks, sir.
That wraps up this week. Good luck. Deadline is tomorrow, guys.
An early one, yeah, and it's the penultimate weekend of the season.
2 games left. Make them count.
Absolutely. And then what we're going to do? We need to have a chat about what the plan is for the last 2 episodes. Should we do something spicy?
We're going on the beers, mate. We're going on the beers.
Yeah. What should we do? Should we do something fun for next week's show?
Next week we're lining up a special appearance from none other than Phil, 20 Questions Maestro himself. He's going to come on just for a round of 20 questions where he and Will be working as a team to guess a player that I give them. It's going to be glorious. They do this game. Basically, I like obviously, 20 Questions is a well-known game, but I robbed this idea off the IGN podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do video game 20 questions. And every now and again, they do like a 20 question special where they do 100 questions. But they've got 5 games to guess, and it's like they could use 10 on one, and it all like rolls over to the next. You've got 100 questions to get 5 games. That's quite good fun. But we're not going to do that.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, looking forward to it, man. No, that'll be fun. I reckon Philly and I. We'll have to get a really hard one. Like, it's going to have to be an absolute stinker.
Yeah. All right, well done, guys. Guys, don't forget to drop us comments below or hit us up on socials. Get in touch. Send us your teams. Let us know what we think about the show. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, enjoy the weekends. Good luck in Game Week 37. We'll be back next week for a little cheeky Tuesday episode next week. Yeah, big love. That's a wrap. Hit the music.
He's done.